live. Hold on. Oh, I can't get my book. Alright, I got it. What's up, everyone? I am the hostess with the mostest, the Priestess Phoenix. Spiritual healer, teacher, shaman, seer, oracle, lightworker, starseed, earth angel, mystic, medium, psychic, witch, yogi, guru, evangelist, North American Sybil. I am your messenger of God, first child of God, the Lilith, reincarnated. Here with another one. Sorry, I'm looking at all kinds of stuff. I got some downloads to do a video. I'm a little all over the place. Give me a second. Well, in order to start, you would have had to keep seeing what I posted on my community page, my last live videos, and I didn't drop a short. I'll do that after this. Sorry. We're clearing energy. I'm in between energy. I got some downloads down in the car. I was like, I don't want to teach. Please, I don't want to teach. I'm burnt out. And I was getting a lot of information about the Kabbalah. They wanted me to pull out the Kabbalah book. Now that we've taught you more of it, it's more understanding. And I was like, they can't understand the Kabbalah. I mean, it doesn't matter if they understand the ascension. It's all about the descent. And so then I was like looking at my, the dark night of the soul. That's what I specialize over here. I can teach you how how this gets you there. But you have to go through this way. No other way. So I got stuck there, and in the middle of it, my fucking Pleiadian chakra started going off. So I guess I'm breaking codes. What's the Pleiadian chakra? It's a foreign chakra, or just, if you want, an energetic plug. A chakra is an energetic plug, an invisible energetic plug that's already placed in your spine. You have 7 by birth. I have a foreign one that was placed in there by the Pleiadians. And right now it's fucking with my heart. It's making my eyes go black. This is one of those heavy ones. That's why I'm like, oh shit, full download. It lights up your chakras. I call it the fucking... Well, I mean, anytime you go through ascension, this happens, or a dark night of the soul, it lights up your chakras. So I'm like, maybe it's not that. Because we just went through a quick dark night of the soul, a mini one, which is, I tried to warn people, it can happen on a Wednesday. But then, all your system gets overloaded. So, like, right now, I can't even keep my eyes open. I can't see anything. I can barely hold my head up, and my back hurts all the way down my spine. Seriously, yeah, I call it the Stephen Hawking's effect. We can't hold... Really? Yeah, it's probably disrespectful, but that's what I call it. So I'm getting some information from them, but I can't see what it is. That's why I'm all mixed up. I had 2 downloads, I had 2 directions. I was going 2 directions, and then all of a sudden, I tapped into something else. What did I tap into? I don't know. I'm just going to open the book. All right, Ross speaks again. Where am I at? Page 42. When a person has reached a certain point in their evolution of consciousness, he or she may be living in an area where a massive earthquake or flood kills everyone. Oh, lovely. Yet he or she simply ascends to the next dimensional level vibrationally and experiences a spiritual elevation instead of death. That has to do with what I said earlier. I told everyone that they only have 20 to 30 years to live. Most of them. Why? Because those are the dates of the trials and tribulations. How do you know? Go do the number. It's in Revelations. Days I'm supposed to witness for. It's all there. Seriously? Yeah, bro. Don't ask me. The answers are in the book. So I talked about this, and I was like, it's, you have to ascend. This person may use others who are ready to embrace the light in making the vibrational shift. In areas of large earthquakes, floods, fires, and other earth changes where fear, denial, hatred, greed, anger have created dense, lower astral, amorphous energy planes, souls can become entrapped in these illusionary realities at death. Alright, my chakra. What are they talking about? You have to catch my earlier video. I mean, this is what comes, and this is how you ascend from it. It's because you, in essence, what is it? You faith it out. You have a higher knowing that it won't touch you. Really? Yeah, you just know. And you're guided away from it, in essence. So as they said this, that's all you guys are getting right now. Earthquakes, floods, fires, and other earth changes. That's what's happening. And everybody is filled with fear and denial, hatred, greed, and anger. Welcome to hell on earth. Light beings are always here to assist those that are willing to free themselves. Beings who assist those who are willing to who ascend instead of experiencing physical death at those times, can elevate the entire area around them to a light field where those who wish to evolve and enter the light may take refuge and make the transition smoothly. Dude, it is so lit up in my back. It's like, holy shit. What is it? I don't know. It's just information. I can only feel it when it goes in. I can't see it yet. It hurts real bad. Those who perform this service choose to do so prior to entering this lifetime. Meaning I promised I would help you ascend. I am ascending master Isis, Kuan Yin, in this life Lilith. I am an ascending master. I've ascended past life many times. I've mastered it. I've come back for this, for the ascension. The end of time. And generally have past life experience working with the souls going through the death transition. And we pulled that earlier, which was the Knight of Wands, or the Nine of Swords, which was a mini Dark Night of the Soul, a tower. I faced one, I told you about mine, and then, I posted Morgan. She had a literal death in her family last night. I'm pretty sure that's why that's why I told Jude, you know, when I asked my spirit, why did he come? To make amends, because his time is almost done. And I told her that might have been the last time you'll see your father, bro. In the essence, it's like, what's keeping her? Fear, denial, hatred, greed, and anger. How do you know? She told me real quick. She's part of a blended family. So there's, what'd she say, 4 adopted children and one that he had of his own, and he favored that child. And so the adopted children are slighted in their 30s, 40s, and 50s. Maybe she let that go, bro. And I had a conversation about that. You know, I was slighted at the fact that my dad could never be a dad. Oh well. Why hold him to a title that he can't live up to? Why? It was his, you know what I mean? He couldn't be something, and I've got to be mad at him his whole life for not being what I thought he should be. And then you go looking at, you know, my ex-husband. Why should we even care? He doesn't have it in him. Why be mad at him for what he isn't? And that goes back to Bobby. Why be mad at him for what he isn't? Russ, why be mad at him for what he isn't? All of you. That's where you find forgiveness. You're mad at them for what they weren't to you, what they couldn't do for you. Don't be mad at them for what they're not. However, light beings are always here, blah, 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 where were we? There is nothing to be feared. Those who are generally committed to the light are living in it will simply move to their next higher alternative. And that's it. I told you, it's time to go. I don't know. I got a feeling it's time to go. And that's where you're guided by the Spirit. And then you look back and you're like, oh, shit. Thank God God got us out of there. Others will be given a choice every step of the way. They can choose to progress spiritually through their experiences, like I do, or remain in fear and illusion, too afraid and living a lie. You know what you have to do. Every day you have to make a choice. Come on, Mike. Love you. Sorry. He always wants me to sing. I get tired of singing his words, like, all the time. I've been singing that forever, ever. All his songs. So I get a little irritated with them when they try. You know, like DMX used to make me bark and shit. It's like, dude, you're doing too much. Take it easy. It is vital that all judgments be suspended with regard to those whose bodies are killed in these earth changes. Some people will choose natural disasters as a way of leaving because their higher conscious realize that their human self has gone too far into illusion to change in this lifetime. I spoke about that earlier. You're a cursed generation. I can't teach these old dogs new tricks. And all you're getting out of it is punchlines. Your next biggest song, as you think, a t-shirt, a good idea for a podcast or something. That's what you're using this for, bro, and that's why it's not working, because it was never meant for that. It was meant to heal and help you. but you're doing nothing with it. Like, you can't comprehend it, and that's what I posted earlier. I can't do epic shit with basic people like you that are too fucking afraid to break their own fucking egos and rules. They're too afraid of what people will fucking say. They're too afraid to stand up and be seen. So sit down, motherfucker, and shut the fuck up. Told you, I came to empower you, and all that I've realized is I've taken all your power and shown everybody that you had none. And that goes back to you, Marshall. I meant what I said when I sent that to you. I have drug you all the way through this. And what do I have to show for it? All the fucking teachings I have put into you, Marshall. What do I have to show for it? Your next big TV show? Another album? A tour? You're a waste of my fucking life. I gave my life force, dude. Give my life force on these fucking channels, dude, and every video. I give you my life experience and what it felt like to be a human and to experience this and how God told me to fucking be better through it. So that you could see and you could hear God when He's telling you the same shit. And if you can't hear Him, then at least know this is what He's telling you, to be a fucking better person. Stop trying and start doing it. Alligate. Jesus motherfucking Christ. You thought you were such a good person. Are you a person? Are you a human at all? Is Kanye, Royce, fucking Bobby, are you human at all? Do you have any feelings, narcissists, sociopaths? Any of you? Or you just feel sorry for yourself, huh? Jesus Christ almighty. And that's why you're going to have to die. Your higher self will say they won't change. They have to make the call on you. Yourself has to choose what's right. And so yourself chooses for you. That's when I got here and I started realizing all my contract. I was like, did I really fucking promise to do all this? I really signed up for this? Like, I can't get out of this? This is unfucking real. No, it's unbreakable bonds, bro. It's what you came here to do. And if you're not going to do it, you squander your free will to be lazy and flesh-serving, then you bear no fruit. Therefore, you know what I mean? Rip the fucking vines. Rip the vines from time. Others will exit Earth in this way in order to assist beings moving into the light during the death transition, and to set up the pattern of ascension. As mentioned previously, yet others will choose this way of dying because they are ready to leave Earth and go to the next planet of their evolutionary choice. Where are you guys going? Apparently Mars. You've planned this all out. Humans have planned to go to Mars. Alright, I'll see you when you get there. Still, others will die physically because their body genetics and cellular mutation are too extreme to be transmuted into the remaining time for transformational process on this planet. I teach you all about the alchemical transformation that happens on a cellular level. As you change your DNA, which is the structure of what you're created of, by changing your thoughts, it changes your body. You move into what they call is the light body, which is basically your astral self, and you can move into your Christed self. Let me just speak that. As soon as I said that, let me explain that to you. Oh, I saw a test about clairvoyance. Let's see. The Christed self, an aspect of humans who have combined earth experiences, consciousness, and wisdom with that of your higher self and the Christ consciousness. That is where Lilith has become Christ-like. That is where all of myself has become Christ-like, right? And as much as it's happening for me, it's happening for my spirit guides too. The information flows through them to me, and we flow it back, and it has to be, we have to, ascend together. All right. 2. Same as master presence. 3. The composite conscious of the 9th dimensional aspect of the individual having access to 3rd dimensional consciousness through embodiment of itself in divine alignment in the human form. Say it again for the fucking monkeys in the back. What that means is I told you already, but I'm not. I'm in the 10th dimension. I have a 10th dimensional conscious, right? But I'm access to the 3rd dimensional through the embodiment of myself in a divine alignment in my human form. Which is what? I'm completely aligned. If you could see it on an energetic field, you would see a white light that travels through the universe, through me. You could see my Merkaba or energetic field completely lit up. If I was to go do one of those aura pictures, and they cost a lot, you would see the entire rainbow, or you would see all black or all white, because I'm completely lit. My entire chakra system. I'm nothing more than an antenna. Really? Yeah, I'm taking in, and I'm putting out. And that's that 8. Taking in, putting out, taking in, putting out, which is the whole alchemical process. I'm taking in the 3D, and I'm putting out the 5D. I'm taking in 3D experiences, and I'm flushing it through 5D visions, which is what? A Christ consciousness. I see it the way Christ wants us. I see it in the way of the Holy Spirit, not the way my mind sees things. I don't let my mind become fearful and all of that. I see it in a 5D. I see it through love, compassion, understanding, and forgiveness. So, most of you are going to die. The other of you are going to die because you're still working through, and that's what I said, your bodies are going to give out. You don't have the light inside of your body to ascend, to keep your body alive. And that's what it went back to my twin flame. You can give him light. I'm an evangelist. I can heal you with the light that I carry. I can give you my light. Right? So I can give you more life. I carry the elixir of life within me. It's the light. Right? So I can give you life. That's how that works. And that's why people want my energy, because it's a life-giving force. They want to use it to create material wealth and nothing more. What a waste of life-giving energy when you could go out and save the world and save animals and save people. All they want to do is save face. You're so fucking pathetic to me. Anyways, regardless of why a person's body dies, or in the case of ascension, appears to die, and that's it. Did you die? Bro, watch me. It looks like, and I can go through this teaching, it's like, dude, you have all the fucked up symptoms, you feel like you're dying, it looks like COVID, or it can be described as fucking menopause. It's horrendous. I do them all the time. What it is taking a genetic coding that was put in my brain that ran through my body for my whole life. And now I've taken that coding out, and now my body is reactive. Because I've taken out its force and replaced it. It's like a dialysis. And put in something better. Pretty much. And that's what you guys will have to do if you want to ascend. How do you do that? Because you have to take out the old shit, bro. You have to take out the old shit and to put in the new shit, bro. You refill the old shit in that chemical process, bro, where you take these painful memories and you use them to empower yourself and others. You heal them and use them as a healing force. In essence, you give life to yourself first. You're giving life to yourself by facing these dead parts of you, which is your darkness. And then as you bring it to light, now it's alive. A part of you that was dead is now alive. And you carry more light. More time too, because that was killing you. That was taking off of your life. All these things were taking off of your life. And that's why you have to do it all the fucking time. You can't do this without taking out the darkness. There's no way to go into the light without facing the darkness. And how I keep getting in the light is by facing the darkness. All I ever tried to do was face my darkness. And that's how I became this whole ascended mystical fucking being. I took off the flesh. and how it felt and thought. And I do it every day. I put it on only to take it off. Let's see. Those who leave the physical world are intended to leave. Those who remain on Earth will have the responsibility of assisting one another both in physical survival and in spiritual evolution. That's my purpose. I knew that before I read this book. What are you here to do? Are you here to spiritually evolve, or are you here to die? That's the only certainty. You don't know if you're going to live, but you know for sure you're going to die. Do you know when and how and why? I do. Do you want to hear how I die? I die laughing. And that's why I always tell you this is killing me. What happens when you laugh real hard? You're filled with joy. It comes literally from your solar plexus. It just explodes. You'll bend over, you can't breathe, your cheeks hurt, you're weak in the knees, you can't stop. Every time you think about it, it just keeps replaying and replaying, and it's the fucking, you're filled with joy and you're crying, and it's the best feeling ever. That's how I die. Somebody says a joke when I'm 99, and I take in a deep breath to laugh real hard, and this one kills me. And I fall over, and I see my body fall to the ground, and I look up, and I'm standing with the spirit guides, and we laugh twice as hard as we could have ever laughed about anything ever in my life. We laughed. It killed you. That was it. That was the one. It killed you. And that's why it's always like, I always say it so literally. That shit kills, dude. I'm gonna fall out of my chair. I've lost all composure. There's too much light in my body. I'm going to die. That's how I die. How do you die? I mean, I guess it's probably graphic, but everybody should know by then when it happens. Oh, shit. And they should know I'm standing there laughing, and they should definitely laugh. Damn, I killed her. That was a good joke. That was a killer joke. And that's it, and then we celebrate. Celebrate, my life is gone. In the essence, let's celebrate that day. We got a lot of days till that day. When's your days? When are your days up, bro? Are you here to ascend and help other people get to the light? Are you here just to, die in the darkness with everyone else, holding on? I don't know. At this time, every human being alive is being presented with these 4 spiritual principles. What are they? Number 1, the human purpose on Earth is to evolve physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. Number 2, every human being has a divine essence made of light and love, whose nature is goodness. You were born good. You became bad in a bad world. You can continue to be bad because the world's bad, or you can go back to your goodness and make the world better. Number 3, free will is an absolute universal right. Impeccability calls on the self to surrender its free will to divine will in faith and trust. You have to choose to do this. Nobody's going to make you. And if you're doing it out of guilt, that's not going to work either. You have to do this. Those choices, bro, those choices of I have to do this. It's your choice. And you have to surrender. And that's the fight between your mind. Your mind saying no, but your heart's saying you have to do this. You have to surrender your mind. That's your free will. Your mind telling you that you have another choice. Giving you a way out. That's your free will. You can choose not to follow your heart, but that's not going to work out so well. Number 4, all of natural existence is sacred beyond how it serves or meets the needs of the individual self. And that goes back to it. It's like you're really abusing the divine, the world we live in. Because all you're looking at it as things. People are things. Everything is something to make you feel better, make you more powerful, make you happy. Planetary law that before the end of a major time at this time, every single person must be reminded of the 4 evolutionary principles that are expected to be embraced. As I saw this, I'm seeing Buddha. He told us about the 4 principles, or was it Krishna? They had the same fucking principles. Some people will receive these messages through books, as well as something. Others will receive these messages through movies, and it lists all these movies. Others will death experiences and return their physical bodies changed and able to affect change in their loved ones. Many people will have visitations from angels, ascending masters, or Mother Mary. Such visitations have already been reported, often in this century. This message of evolutionary consciousness and sacredness will also be given subconsciously to all wear or hold certain objects such as crystals or gemstones. Everybody's getting the message, bro. Those that aren't listening are choosing to deny their calling. Who are the chosen? Those that choose to hear the calling. I can't tell you who they are. It's a free will choice. Are they going to choose God over themselves? I don't know. Time has shown over and over again, no. They worship God. They worship the things of this world. And they are who? You? Are you going to choose God when he calls you? And when I say that, I see Gabriel, and that's the scariest call. Talk about a fucking frightening fucking angel. You're just going to sit there and ignore him. When God's telling you to do something in your heart, you know it's the right thing to do, and you're afraid in your mind, you're not going to fight that fear in your mind to be a better person, to do the right thing, to stand up for yourself or for someone else, to go against the odds. You can't be a Rosa Parks. You can't be an Abraham Lincoln. You can't be a fucking, you know what I mean, any of these figures in history that actually stood for something. Your part in all of this is to live right, learn about and practice impeccability, pray to know the divine plan and your part in it, and heal and clear yourself on all levels as much as possible. On a collective level, there are 7 primary karmic patterns that need to be cleared and transcended at this time. 7, huh? Interesting. Naturally, this shows you 10. They show you 10. But it shouldn't be too fucking hard to get off the moon. Just saying. Get off your ass is what I heard. Anyways, and that's the 7 deadly sins and all that. These 7 sources of pain, illusion, and separation are listed in order they developed in the solar ring, beginning on Venus and expanding to Mars. Right, so there's Venus and expanding to Mars, Maldek, and finally Earth. How they have culminated on Earth is so obvious that it seems pointless to elaborate very much. I don't want to get into the, United States supremacy and all this bullshit. For those of you who have mastered the behavioral and attitude or whatever levels of these patterns, or sincerely working on them, the next step is conscious alignment with your higher self, higher collective conscious, and a divine oneness. This is the purpose of this workbook. It is the desire of the Pleiadian emissaries of light to assist those of you who wish to prepare for earth changes, evolve, and ascend to just do that. We, the Pleiadians, have always made ourselves consciously available to beings of this solar ring during times of evolutionary cycle changes. Now is no exception. You see, we began to interact with the individuals and the groups on Earth in the early part of the century, 100 years prior to the current 26,000-year cycle. People of Earth had asked for a change to wake up on their own before any large-scale direction communications were made by the hierarchies, namely the Pleiadians, light beings from Sirius, Andromedan emissaries of light, the supreme beings, and the higher council of 12. The Great White Brotherhood, other smaller spiritual groups. We, the Pleiadians, are among you both in body and etherical. Let's see. And numerous others are carrying the messages now that the other Pleiadians have always done at the end of a major evolutionary cycle of this planet. Thank you. We actually repeated this. I've read this before. They just wanted to read it again. The collective higher conscious was not as developed as at that time. They're talking about when they tried this before. And this is the mass awakening. They've been waking people up in small piles before we got here. And that's where we got all of these books. People were woken up before the actual grand awakening. And so they're waking up, you know what I mean? God, I can't tell you. They're waking up the dead is what they're saying. Is what they're showing me. And it's just that. It's like they wake up in waves is what they're showing me. And that's why it's so important. Those of us that woke up first have to guide them through the awakening process, because otherwise the world will deem them crazy and we'll lose them like Kanye. We'll lose them like Kanye. Once they start putting medication into their brain, bro. Fucking with all fucking this, you know, their visions up and their, you know, all of that. It's bad. Realistically, you're trying to drown out the visions, which are what? In the beginning, your darkness. You're trying to drown out your fucking healing. It's coming to the surface. Everything that all the darkness that's been hidden in your body is coming to the surface. When it happened at mine, I had my first panic attack. And they said it quite beautifully. It gets to a point where the body and the mind cannot hold the pain anymore. When she said, I had absolutely no idea what kind of pain was hidden in my body and my mind. That was over 3 years ago. The shit I dig out of there, it's so unbelievable. So painful. How did I keep all this in for all these years? It was killing me. I would have died. I was getting fat. I had no energy. I had no reason to live. I was just, you know, it was killing me. And as it came out, it kills. It kills. And that's what it is. The ego death. Did you die? I swear, dude, every time I try to tell you what it looks like, how I can't really. I'm bent over with nothing but my terrible feelings, bro. I'm literally in a fetal position and I can't get out of this. I'm strapped like a fucking, you know what I mean? I got my arms strapped around me, holding myself so tight that I look like I'm in a straitjacket. And all I want is a fucking hug and some Oreos. I'm looking super crazy right now. It can happen any time of the day, bro. Where it's gonna pull my darkness up. I'm in a place that's made to trigger it all the time. And I accept that, and I know it, and I have to face it every time it comes up. Do you just talk to your dad? You want to talk about yours? Let's, and that's all it is. You say something, and now I can get the memory of my terrible memories. You trigger my terrible memories, so I can face them. It's a little bit much, but it's what I do. It's what I've been doing since the beginning. It's just facing one terrible feeling and memory at a time until they finally just stopped. And now they just come when they want, but it was one after another, after another, after another, after another, for months and months and months. There was no rest. They wouldn't stop. They wouldn't stop, but I kept looking for answers, and I just kept finding more pain and suffering. What's wrong with me? Why am I like this? Oh, let me tell you. It just keeps coming out like that, and that's where it comes to. Why did I, even now, I can show you where this comes from. Give me a minute. It'll come up. We'll find out where this is hidden inside of me. I can feel it hidden in my body. That's what I teach you guys. That's the awakening. You literally have to sort through it all. And that's what I teach you how to do. How to do it. How to live through it. Without fucking trying to put it away and let it kill you. If you don't fucking finally deal with this, it's gonna kill you. It's been killing you. That shit with Kanye, that shit was killing him, bro. He had a dirty, dark secret that was killing him. How many more? 1 billion of them. How many secrets have you kept? How many terrible things have you witnessed and experienced that you kept to yourself that is turned into literal cancer inside of your body? An unexplained darkness that's spreading through your body, through your chakras. We can reverse this. About it, bro. Just get it out. It will hurt your body, but it literally comes out. You can literally pull this out of you and heal your body by just healing your mind. That's where it came from. You've got to put it back in there and go through it. And it hurts your body going through it. seeing Morgan right now. Morgan, you would have never known that she's dealing with a death in the family. She said everybody was invited and except for her. She's in the back. She's got it topped and she's tore apart every part of her engine. I forgot she had a clutch issue. She lost something. She's sure of it. That she dropped something when she put the clutch back together. Whatever the case. So she had to pull apart her entire engine. So she had a reason for doing this. But it looked like a whole circus act back there. And I just didn't bother her today. I just didn't want to. She's already dealing with her own circus. Literally. And it made sense. At least she figured out a way to keep her daughter in the shade and cool while she was out there. But it was just nonsense. And then she sends me that message. It's like, dude, this is how you cope? She's not coping so well, bro. She had a loss in her family. She didn't have a mother. She had a stepmother, and that woman just died. The only nurturer in her family. Her family is throwing a big get together, but she wasn't invited. And even if she was, do you think she's in a great mental place where she should show up like that right now? She's going through a lot of dark night of the soul back there. And how's she handling it? Tearing her fucking card apart. Why? Because she's a masculine energy like me. How do I handle it? I fucking clean the shit out of this house. Like a fucking maniac, bro. When my shit is all fucked up, dude, you can see me. I go psycho on the house. Gotta, what's your coping mechanism? How do you cope with shit? That's not dealing with it. It's running from it. She needs to go upstairs and cry about it. But she's not ready. You can't tell anybody when they're ready to deal with their feelings. All you can tell them is they got to. When my mom died, dude, again, I told you the story. I got rid of all of her stuff and made her disappear within a week of her death. And I never spoke of her for years. Because every time I'd speak of her, I'd feel this unbelievable pain on my chest. Like if I started crying, I couldn't stop. So I wouldn't even let myself think of her. So I wouldn't start. I had a lot to deal with, bro. I never dealt with that. And all of these other I never dealt with this. I never dealt with what happened to me when I was 15, 20, 30. What Bobby said. What this person did. I just, disassociate and be like, it's alright. It's just how people treat me. I'll be okay. Stop letting people treat you like that and stop saying it's okay. I go back to that thing that happened with Russ, the 818, when he dropped Santiago. It's unbelievable the sickness you'll see in that video. It looked so smooth, but it showed how sick I was. I could not exhibit any type of feeling for what he had done. Not for myself, not for you. All I could see is when it happened, I just saw the whole crowd looking at me. You've been flirting with him and loving on him and all of this for all this time, and he has a girlfriend. All I could say is I looked at the guys and I'm like, did you guys know he had a girlfriend? I was just so embarrassed that I couldn't even, it just shut me completely down. For months, my Holy Spirit kept bringing me back to this moment, and I kept getting mad at them. It's like, do you want me to feel bad? I couldn't feel my own feelings about what he had done. I couldn't admit that hurt me, because I didn't let it. And that's like everything else in my life. It really hurt, but I didn't let it. These things are meant to hurt somebody, but I didn't let it. So when you're out there trying to hurt me, bro, I've got to let it. By nature, I don't let it. I've got to let this hurt me. So in essence, am I really, or is this just meant to teach me to deal with my own hurt? People are always trying to hurt me. It's like, bro, what are you talking about? You can't hurt someone like me. I'm already hurt. You can't outdo anybody that's hurt me before you. There is nothing that you can physically do in this world that hasn't already been done to me. Right? And that's where you look back, it's like, Jesus, how did I make it through all that? Barely. You had to be brain dead to make it through it. So now that my brain, you know what I mean? When I wake up, it's like, I got to deal with all of this. And that's why it's like, guys, I wish I could say I'm fully healed, but it's not true. I haven't dealt with all my healing, with all my hurt. How do I know that? Because I don't know I don't even know where I hurt until I'm shown. I don't even know I'm hurting until I'm shown. And that's what the rest of this life is to do. And that's where it's like, I'll be able to teach you how to heal for the rest of my life, because that's what I'll be doing for the rest of my life. I'll be healing from all things that I went through in the first part of my life. I will spend the rest of my life making up for the first part of my life. And that's cool, because it'll get, every time I do it again, I'm filled with more life. I find a part of me, I meet a part of me that was so strong that just looking at her makes me weak and makes me want to just die and cry for her. A part of me that I didn't know that got me here, just being strong, that took on something that I can't even believe happened. I'm very honored to meet those shadow parts of me that have been hidden in the dark, that have taken on the worst part of my life and are just sitting there waiting to be met. As I say this, it's like, there was a little girl in me that had to take on grown men sexually. I need to heal that girl so that the grown woman inside of me can take on men sexually. If she can do it, I can do it. But she's still hurting from what she saw and what she felt. I can't see what she saw and what she felt. Only a few little memories of where she was in danger. She's strong. And you know who she is? Me. You've been through some fucked up shit that you don't want nobody to know. But you're really strong for going through that. People would be honored to know how strong you are. You just gotta go through it one more time and get that part of you back here. Or sometimes, that's the problem with my, that broken part of me is, it wasn't just a little girl that happened. That little girl never grew up. It just kept happening to that little girl. And so, there's lots of parts of me. The parts of me that was married to terrible men that took it. The parts of me that ran the streets that kept me safe. The parts of me that could, get me great jobs, and parts of me that write music and all of that. I want all of my parts to be together and be, not just access during, just turn on, but always be available. And that's it. It's like half of you is dead. It's just not alive. We'll not say dead, but it's not alive. And that factor alone is killing you. So, well, this makes sense. Again, the Tree of Life just explains the ascension and, what we're doing. But you can't do it without descending into your shadows, going into the darkness, the pits of your own hells, your own fucked up memories and experiences. And even though you're grown now, and that's how you get out, once you get in there, you always remind yourself, this is old. I've already survived this. I'm a survivor of this. That's what you do to get yourself back out of there. But even, as grown as you are, when you see yourself like that, dude, it will... you lose all your power. You're that self again, and it's a weakening process. But see, what happened is when you went through that, your self hardened. That experience made you hard, right? So when you go back and you break that down, you break all the hard parts of this down. When you come back to yourself, like in reality, hardness breaks off, and that's lighter. We're hard-headed and hard-hearted from our experiences, so you start to loosen up, and you can actually see it in people's demeanor. You can see it in their walk, in their talk. You can see it how they present themselves. You can see a light-hearted person, and that's where it's very misleading. I give off this very kind, I'm smiling and everything. They see nothing but my light, and then they get up and they catch the dark. They're like, whoa. Kind of a bitch. Not kind of. Don't make me cunt you. Balance. 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 I was all dark before I was light. All you can see is my light because all my darkness has come to the light. It's super funny. It's super funny. It's misleading. Anyways, I don't know. Hey, I feel better. Do you feel better? I feel better. I get frustrated because I can see this. I can see you're choosing not to do this. And it's like, do you really have a choice? Like, what is your choice? To live in heaven or live in hell? What's your choice here? What do you gotta do? Deal with yourself? And that's any fucking psychologist would tell you that. Any person that cares about you would tell you that you need to heal yourself. If they cared about you. But they don't care that you're suffering. They don't care that you have fucking alcohol issues. They don't care that you have low self-esteem. They don't care that, you know what I mean? Why? Because they're too busy worrying about themselves. Some of us care, bro. That's why we're here. My whole life is to be of a service to others. As you can see, I don't want shit. I just want to get this job done. I just want to help some people and get the fuck on. Build this fucking kingdom and shit. I just want to get on. I don't know. It's like, what do you want for your life? I just want to do what God told me to do here. I've had many lives where I did what I wanted. That's not what this life is about. I don't want anything for myself other than to do what God sent me to do, and I know that will bring me happiness. I want to be married and have children because I know that'll bring me happiness. I want to continue to teach and build houses and communities for people because that will bring me happiness. I want to change the world. That will bring me happiness. You don't want like a job. You don't want like, what are you doing for your birthday? I don't know. In essence, I feel like my birthday is coming around the corner, and that's when I woke up. When I really woke up is when I was birthed. Am I celebrating the day that I came into fucking pain, or am I the day that I came into pleasure? You can't change your birth. Watch me. Watch me. And the funny thing is the date. I don't know the date. It's it's a week after Labor Day. So what is that? September? I don't know. I'm gonna figure it out. But that's it too. You changed Jesus' birthday. He wasn't born in December. You turned St. Patrick's Day into what? You turned Easter into what? We do what on our Independence Day? What are you talking about, guys? You can change any day. You can make what be, or you can follow the structures of the day and what time it is. Is it your bedtime? Is it time to eat? Is it time for this and that? Father time. Okay, sure. In the essence, that's where I said is I bring the limitlessness of the outside world into this reality, and I choose to live by that, and I choose to spread that with others and give them an opportunity to live limitless without fear. But I also show them what it's going to take. You're going to have to go against the fearful collective. You're not going to be like them. If you want to be, authentic, that means you're set apart. You're not like them. Being different means you're different. I'm different. Ho, I'm different. I'm different. Oh, I'm different. That's what it means to be different. And when you're different, people don't like it. Why? Because you make them feel uncomfortable. You're not like them. So you better get ready for that. If you're trying to be like everyone else, then this isn't for you. It is for you, bro. God's here for you. The whole universe is here for you. They can't force you. It's a force inside of you that's driving you, but if you just keep turning it off and just, filling it with, what they say, drugs, sex, alcohol, fucking food, whatever activities, you're just trying to keep yourself busy instead of doing what you know you need to do, how's that going to work out, dude? How are you really going to get anywhere in life with that kind of attitude? And it's one really difficult decision after another, one choice after another. So many of them have I been through. Where it's like, if you say this, bro, like what I did today, And I do it every day. I stand up. I make a stand that there's no going back. And that's where you change. You cut off the past and you create a new future. Those that vibe with you will continue that way. Those that don't, well, they're left in the past. And that's just how it works. And you can't drag people along. It's their choice to be a better person or not. And that's the hardest thing here. You can't give somebody a better life. Their mindset, you know what I mean, the way they think, that pessimism, that fear, that negativity, that judgment, that prejudice, whatever it may be, it's going to keep them from great things. Hey, I'm going to end on this note, and I'm going to post it up here, is you can't do epic shit with basic people. Basically, everybody has to do this to do anything, to ascend. It's the truth. You can go listen to the guru and the silo, the Buddhist. They're going to tell you to deal with yourself. That you need to sit in meditation and deal with your thoughts and your feelings. That's all I get around here. 8 of Cups, motherfucking Hermit card, the High Priestess, the motherfucking Moon. What do they give us today? Give us a Tower. What I tell you he's doing? He's going to make us sit with our feelings. How'd you know? Because that's all he wants us to do. He'll take care of the outside world. We take care of the inside world. In the essence, no, he's not going to rope with a check. After you're done dealing with yourself, he's going to, come give you this great aha moment in the shower or right before bed of how you'll be, how life's going to be better now and what you need to do next. I promise you, dude. Surrendering your free will, he'll tell you what to wear. Simple shit like that. Damn, I'm glad God told me to wear this, dude. I was gonna, I'd have been out here looking stupid if I didn't remember my jacket. He'll tell you what to eat. Man, that was really good. He'll tell you when not to go. Damn, I would have gotten a car accident if I would have went. I would have been stuck in traffic all night if I would have went. He'll tell you what's good for you. He doesn't tell you what's bad. He tells you to go a different direction. And you want to go, and you don't know. You're a kid saying, I want to go to the party, and you can feel it in your gut. Don't go. Don't go. You have to start trusting your higher self, which is your intuition. Don't be afraid to go just because you're afraid nobody's going to like you. It's a different fucking feeling. You have to learn that. You're just afraid of how people will judge you. That's no reason to hold back. But you're afraid of, something serious, a serious consequence, or you're just paranoid. In essence, follow your guts. Okay? Hey, love yous, laters. Bye-bye now.